Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some duplicates within my collection, or EDC rotation, or gear, whatever you want to call it. So in a video I did, I think it was my Blade Show scores for 2017, I talked about kind of breaking my rule in regard to duplicates. And basically what it was is when I first started collecting gear, production, custom, I set a rule for myself many years ago that I would not have duplicates because, quite frankly, it's excessive, right? Unnecessary. You type a bunch of money in pieces that you don't get to try as much stuff if you have duplicates, right? Because you've obviously have resources tied up in the same piece. But as time has gone on, I've broken that rule, well, quite frankly, many times at this point. And the reason for that is I find things that are so good that I don't mind owning several of them. Typically in different variations, it might be different colors or different blade shapes, but essentially the same knife. So I'm going to go through my collection and show you guys the duplicates that I have. And I'd love to hear what duplicates you have in your own collection. So comment below with pieces that you feel are so good that you've actually bought multiples. So, and I don't mean replacing them, that's potentially a different video, but of your current stuff, what do you have duplicated? So, we'll first start off with the ZT0392. So this was the first one that I bought. This was the first one that obviously came out of the 0392 series, and I bought this one, well, I bought the original one from Finland. When it was first released, I got it a bit early. It was really cool. Anyways, I've loved this knife so much that as other variations have come out, I've picked up quite a few. So I do have the original 0392. This is the 0392 Wharncliffe. This is the 0392 Wharncliffe Black Purple. And this is the 0392 Blue Bowie. So let me change orientation here a second. Show you guys all the different ones here. So, I mean, it's the same model, just different variations. And, you might argue, hey, these are all different enough. Well, maybe not the Wharncliffes, but, by and large, they're different enough that I wouldn't count them as the same knife. But perhaps, perhaps not. I mean, I'll let you guys decide. But obviously the Bowie shape, two Wharncliffes, and then this is the, I think this is the, I can't remember the blade shape on this one, how Rick Hinder refers to it. I'm sure someone in the comments will let me know. But anyways, love this model. The ergonomics are fantastic. The materials all use premium steel. The flipping action's excellent. Lockup's excellent. There's really nothing that I dislike about the 0392 series. So love this model. I have no qualms about having 4 different ones in 4 different configurations. I think, counting all the international releases, I think there are 8 different releases total. Maybe 9. I think it was 8 though. And so obviously I have half of that. There are guys out there who have all 8, and a little bit jealous of those who do, because again, it's such a good knife. So that's the first one where I have duplicates. A couple of the other duplicates I show you are actually a little bit closer than perhaps these ones, but a good starting point. So we'll move those out of the way. Okay. Next one, well, let's keep in the zero tolerance theme. This is the Zero Tolerance 0010 pen series. So I actually have 2 in the tie configuration, so 0010 Ti. And this one I sent off to my friend Troy. I can't remember his Instagram right now, but he anodized this one blue for me. This one, came with just the stonewashed titanium. And then this is the 0010 BLK. So I love this pen. I use a pen every single day. These are very, very well made. The pocket clips are incredibly functional. They don't snag on the edge of my shirts, since my shirts are untucked, which is great. And they take like Fisher Space pen refills. I typically opt for the fine, writing Fisher Space pen refills. So anyway, absolutely love this pen, which is why I have 3. 2 are identical. 1 is aluminum with a hard anodize. These 2 are titanium. So love this pen. I felt the need to have 3. I would certainly entertain the option of getting another titanium one and then doing like a gold kind of stone wash instead of the blue, and I would have no qualms with having a fourth. I would also have no qualms with picking up the aluminum that's done in that FDE or brown coloration too. Just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I would happily pick up additional. So anyways, love that pen. Customs. So if you want to talk about putting your money where your mouth is, picking up multiple customs of the same knife is quite a hefty investment. So one of my favorite makers, this is Rhett Atwood out of, well, he's in Roosevelt, Utah. And this is the Freedom Fighter model. Top one is done in a liner lock configuration with carbon fiber, marbled carbon fiber, lightning strike carbon fiber. I believe this is Iguana Damascus. Anyways, this is a liner lock configuration. I believe it's stonewashed 3V. Well, it's stonewashed, acid stonewashed. I believe this steel is 3V. And then this one is a frame lock, crater pattern, blue anodized, and then he sanded the highs to create that, you know, that blue and that silver contrast. So both Freedom Fighters, obviously one's a frame lock, one's a liner lock. Still, again, you could argue that they're quite different knives, but you know, I like his work and I like the model so much that I have two of the same model, different configurations. Actually, there's difference in thicknesses too, so would I pick up a third from him in the Freedom Fighter model? Absolutely. Just a question of hopefully if and when. But again, you know, still rather different, but the same model. Okay, moving on. Flashlights. So these are the Boss 305s, if memory serves, and I have two of these. So one, they're both done in aluminum. This is called the satin finish. This is obviously a black hard anodized, and I absolutely love these flashlights. Love the form factor, love the user interface, love the output. They both have a primary red, so if you get up in the middle of the night, you can turn on your red light and not take out your night vision, you know. Hopefully keep you pretty close to your REM cycles. But anyways, love the lights, love the form factor, and compared with other custom flashlights, I love the price. So felt the need to have two. But yeah, it's just really that good. So really like this one. It's the Over-Ready Boss 305. They make a larger body too, which is, I think, was that the 370? I don't remember the numbers, but anyways, fairly easy to find if you want to search them. I believe they're Over-Ready on Instagram as well, or I think the website's Over-Ready. But anyways, love the flashlights. Have no qualms with having two. I carry these now certainly the most out of all my flashlights. So there's those. And continuing on the flashlight theme, I have the 4.7's Preon P1 in copper. I believe I picked this one up at Blade Show 2016, I think. But love the form factor, love the machining, love the way the light looks, love the pocket clip, really well done, really strong. And I think it was like, I don't know, 50 or 60 bucks at Blade Show. And then a couple months later, they did a special drop through some Instagram page or something. I don't remember the details, but they were blowing them out at like 35 bucks. And so I love the flashlight enough that I bought a second, and it just sits here in its box until such a time that I either lose or break this one. But I love this flashlight. Among the form factor, like if we're looking at like the Boss 305, pretty much the same height, but the form factor on this one is obviously superior. It just carries much easier in the pocket. Although the user interface and the versatility of this light, you know, way different, prices way different as well, but highly recommend this flashlight for the money. So, got two of those. Next, well, so this is the Kaiser Guru. It was designed by my friend Matt Degnan, and I have the flipper and the thumb stud version. Matt's a great guy. Really nice guy, so I like his customs, I like his designs, and I like this model a lot. A lot of people have sung the praises of the Guru model based on its size, its blade shape. They did bearings for the even the thumb stud and the flipper version, so yeah, really like the model. Happy to have it in both, you know, flipper and thumb studs. So anyways, and this one is the actual production release. They did put thumb studs even on the flipper model. This one is missing that because it is a pre-production or prototype piece. But anyways, that's a slight difference. So that's one piece I have duplicates of. Okay, more production. Guardian Tactical Nano Helix. I have it in carbon fiber, and I have the titanium. So the full production run, or the run that's out currently, is the carbon fiber. Really nice knife. The weight, the balance, you know, obviously it's quite futuristic looking. If you're okay with that, then I can promise you guys that they make very good knives. So, and I love the opening holes here because it gives it the ability to middle finger flick. So, very well made knives. Guardian Tactical puts out very quality pieces. At Blade Show 2017, I randomly came across this at their table, and I love the carbon fiber model so much that I wanted the full titanium model as well. So, obviously quite a bit heavier, certainly more expensive, but I just love this model, love the size factor, really like the company, so I felt the need to get a duplicate because I like this one so much. Between the two, if you're asking which one I would recommend, probably the carbon fiber due to the weight reduction and then the price reduction. But if you like full titanium pieces like I do, yeah, you'd be pretty happy with this one. Apparently a lot of you guys have requested this one based on, well, a lot of people have requested it after seeing various pictures and videos of it and so forth, and so I think they said they were going to have to end up doing another run of the full titanium Helix Nano, so that is in the works. I don't know when or if or how, but obviously keep your eye out for those pieces if you did want one. Alright, so that's the Guardian Tactical Helix Nano. Another piece that I'm very fond of is the Todd Begg Bodega Steelcraft done by Rio Knives. So the Steelcraft line is not inexpensive by any means. You know, you're paying $460 for a production knife with S35 VN, but the detail work, the machining, the finishing is among the nicest I have ever seen on production knives. The feel, the action, the design of the Bodega, all excellent. And so I had no qualms getting a second one. I really like this design. Love the details they put into this. Again, a lot of people would like to see, you know, like M390 for the $460 price point, but basically what you're paying for is all this crazy finishing that again, costs a fraction of what it would cost to get it from, you know, Begg directly out of their California shop. So, you know, something like this in this configuration would probably run, I'm guessing, closer to $1,000. I mean, double the price at least of these Steelcraft ones. So, again, the finish work and the details are second to none on these Bodega pieces. They're not inexpensive though. So, anyways, love this model. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And it carries very well. So, yeah, I've got two of these. Alright, moving on to, I guess, my last duplicates. We're going to take a look at the Clyde Challinor Talon. So, I've been a big fan of Clyde's work for quite a while. Got on the books for a full dress Talon when he, I don't remember when. I don't even remember when I took delivery of this thing. I've had it for a while, but this one is, you know, the Damasteel version with Damascus inlays and a Damascus pocket clip, and I mean, look at the hardware on this thing, ridiculous, right? Great size factor, very comfortable. So I really like this piece, and so when I was at Blade Show 2017, and he had this one with this gorgeous dragon scaled, you know, Damascus. It's ball bearings essentially that they've made steel out of. Not the highest performing steel, but I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. Some nice millwork here in the handles. Again, that crazy gorgeous hardware. You know, I couldn't resist. So again, it's a great size factor, great form factor. It's a steel that I've always wanted this steel. I have lusted after this steel for years, essentially. So yeah, you know, when Clyde had one that was available on the table in the steel that I wanted and the knife that I really liked, you know, again, I was more than happy to pick it up. So, you know, kind of in summation, if you guys ask me, hey, what are some of your favorite pieces in your collection? Honestly, I mean, I think if you have duplicates of it, it's really putting your money where your mouth is. I mean, you know, it's excessive. You're tying up a lot of pieces or a lot of money in duplicate pieces when you could be trying new designs or new makers or new things, but sometimes you come across either makers or designs or production knives that you love so much that you just really don't mind you know, taking that extra leap and getting a second piece. So anyways, those are all the duplicates in my collection. Hopefully you guys enjoyed taking a look, and yeah, more videos to come. See ya.